So now we're going to look at biopsychology. And what biopsychology is a type of science that looks into how the brain and nervous system influences human behavior. It studies the functions of normal, injured, and poorly developed brains. And the subfields of this type of science includes neuropsychology, cognitive neuroscience, and behavioral neuroscience. And what it really does is it has specific beliefs that psychology is lab based science, and the behavior can systematically be explained through biological concepts like genes and hormones. Um, Third is the most behavior has an evolutionary purpose because human genes have developed over millions of years through adapting behaviors to environmental stimuli. The roots of biopsychology began when Charles Darwin formulated the theory of natural selection during global travels. His observation of animals resulted in his famous book of natural selection, which started an evolutionary revelation in the world of science. And when the biopsychology approach believes that human behaviors are all consequences of genetics and physiology, which is that only psychology subfield that studies thoughts and behaviors from a physical point of view. So what this really means is that they're really looking into how our behaviors change over time and the evolutionary background to it. They're stating that the reason for these changes is partially due to evolution and how we've had to change the way we look at things. And when we look at something smaller like generations, things change. Behaviors are different. Words are different. Everything changes because the whole point of having kids and moving on to the next generation is making things a little less difficult for them. Hopefully. It doesn't always work that way. But things change. So why do we change? Why are we seeing um, more IQ tests? Why are we seeing higher levels of mental illness? Was it still there before? Or is this something new? Like, what was mental illness not talked about? When we look at IQ tests, how were we able to test it in the past? Did we have brilliant minds that just went unacknowledged? And now, with today's technology, is it more noticeable that we do have brilliant minds who can help the world move forward? So it's just an interesting thought, is how everything changes.